Okay, this video is about me. I am Jasmine, born with cystic hygroma. Make sure y'all come and subscribe to me. This video will be about the way I was born, my birth defect itself. Um, let's start in the beginning of my life. That's where I would like to start. I was born, diagnosed with it, 7 months fetus. I know I already said this already in my previous video, but we're going to go more deeper in. 7 months fetus, I came out not breathing. I was diagnosed 7 months fetus. When I came out, I wasn't breathing, so they had to basically try to get in touch with my dad, and he was in National Guard, and at that time they had to get both consent, so it was just kind of crazy. I was kind of laying there, my mom said, just kind of waiting on that phone call so they can rush me to the back. Luckily, I got that phone call, because I'm here. And they rushed me to the back, and they basically put a shrake inside of my neck. I don't know if you can see the scar. It's kind of dark where I am. And I had that shrake in my neck for 9 years. And until I got it taken out January 24th, 2002. That's like an anniversary for me, special day, birthday. Because I celebrated because it's like the first day I took my first breath on my own. And, like, nobody really personally understands how deep that is for me. Like, your birthday, the day I came into this world was August 8th. But the day I took my first breath was January 24th. And I celebrated just like that. Also, during that time, after I had the stroke, I had to stay in the hospital for 3 months. I had to come home with a personal CNA nurse, take care of me. My mom and dad was awesome. They did what they had to do to take care of me, and I commend them for that. I had the trach where it gets clogged up. You had to do switching, and then you know how trachs are. When you get a cold, you don't get a cold right here, you get a cold in here. Also, I was mute. I was a mute baby. I did not cry. I did not make any noise. I did not do anything. It was more of looking at me. I had to sign for 4 years. I had to let my mom know when I was hungry, thirsty, the little signs to let them know that I wanted something. It was hard growing up because I was bullied. I was bullied, cyber bullied, like type of bully, like crying in the bathroom bully, calling my mom. It's different when you're around people that already know you, but when you're around people that don't know you, they could be just the harshest and the most rudest people. They're so rude and they're so mean to you, and it's like, I feel like you fear what you don't understand. This is my normal. This is what I normally look like, and people fear what they don't understand. And when you fear what you don't understand, you're gonna pick on it. You're gonna pick on it. You're gonna mess with it. You're gonna laugh at it. You're gonna do everything you can to stay away from that thing. And I'm tired of that. That's why I do these videos, because I want people to understand that it's okay to be different. I'm going to drop my blog below, because that's what my blog is about also. And, being born differently doesn't always have to be a bad thing. I'm going to have this for the rest of my life. After I was 4, I was on the Mari show at 7. Get back on subject, because I talk a lot. I say I make up for the 40 years I was mute. That's why I talk a lot. Go back to when I was 7. I was on the Mari show. Great experience. They heard about my story. They heard about the foundation I had at the time. I no longer have. They heard that basically I needed more surgeries, and I needed that financially. So when I went up there, it was a great experience. That's when he was in New York, and it was a great experience. I had fun. My mom was up there. My dad was there, also in the audience. And for that, he gave me free surgeries for the rest of my life with a specific doctor, which is in Houston. That's why I live in Texas. I had 3 surgeries with that doctor, 2 on my tongue, and 3 on my tongue. 2 on my tongue. I can't really remember. I want to say 2 or 3 with him. But my last 2, I've had 21 overall. My last 2 was this year. It was called sclerotherapy. And basically what it was they were injecting needles inside, well, not needles, medicine inside of the macrocyst, which is, I have macro and micro. And I hope y'all know that it's big and little, okay? I really hope y'all know. Big and little, okay, sis. They're going to inject medicine inside the macrocyst to try to shrink them into the microcyst. I did this part first, then they moved to this part. And I don't want to do this because this has always been my flattest side. This always been stuck out like this. So I'm trying to basically make my face more of a frame. It's working, but my last surgery was very difficult on me mentally. I'm going to do a whole nother video on my mental health state when it comes down to having this, because people don't understand mentally the toll that it takes on your body and your mind when you're going and dealing with cystic hygroma. Let's talk more about, if y'all have any questions for me. If y'all have any questions, don't feel free to inbox me. You can drop comments. I'll comment back. I'm very active and very on all of my blogs, all my social sites. Let's see. I was on the Mari show. I did these Make-A-Wish Foundation, which that was awesome, fun. I loved it. And I love when kids go. My life, my childhood was great with my parents, but people can make it very horrible, and people was really mean to me, stared at me, bothered me, followed me, took pictures of me, did everything they could to just kind of get under my skin, and it made me feel so bad, and it hurt my feelings, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried. I cried so much, my mom got so tired, she didn't know what to do. She got tired of hearing me cry, because it's just, why don't nobody like me? Why is it that I'm ugly to everybody? Why is it that they can get a boyfriend and I can't? Or why is it that, when I go out to the club, nobody wants to dance with me? Why is this? And why? I had so many questions as a child and a teenager, even some as an adult, of why these things happen. And guess what? I had to figure out that it is what it is. I had to accept myself for who I am. I had to learn to love myself. I had to learn to appreciate who I am inside and out. And nobody's going to do that if I don't do that for my own self. I love the hell out of myself, excuse my language, and I love myself to death. I keep myself up because, and I'm a mother. So we keep ourselves up, and I live on my own. I'm very independent. I don't, just because I look like this, don't ever judge a book by its cover. And with the bullying, that's how they judge me. They judge me a book by its cover, and it's like, why are you judging me? You don't even know me. You don't even give me a chance to open my mouth. The minute I open my mouth, it's like, oh, Jazz, you're cool. Duh. I could have told you I was cool, but you didn't even let me tell you I was cool. You didn't even let me open my mouth and say, I'm cool. So it's just like crazy. But now I'm really, really, really being big on helping others. I get all these inboxes on Facebooks. Look, I'm speaking for multiple books on Facebook, and I get messages about parents with cystic hygroma. They're scared. They done lost their child. They don't understand how, they're lucky that I made it, and I just want to be there. And it's not just cystic hygroma. It's about everybody that's uniquely made. It's about everybody that's different. It's about, I'm doing these videos for everybody that is just scared to speak out, even if it's just mental health, anxiety, depression. You're ashamed of that. That's all on my blog. If you go on there, you'll see all of that. I speak on myself, more detail about my life, and I'm going to do more of these videos because I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to y'all. I do, because I like I'm in the house by myself. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy it. And I just want y'all to subscribe to me, please. I want these videos to get around and get out to the right person and reach the right soul. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to be famous. I'm doing this because I want to touch one soul and to help somebody. I want to help somebody because I feel like everybody needs somebody. And I can relate with so many people because of things I've been going through and still going through and going to go through for the rest of my life. So Yes, subscribe. And also, my next video is going to be, like I said, on my mental health. Okay? Mental health. Mental health is going to be the subject of the next video. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Kisses. Dad for the one time. Bye, you guys.